Hey guys, it's Mary from Busted Open. I am back again this week with my Raw vlog, episode 5. I got my fancy gloves on. Don't mind the hair and the bags. I'm super exhausted, and this is a late night filming of the Raw video blog. But let's get to it. Last night was Monday Night Raw, the go-home show to Survivor Series, so they were setting up everything for Sunday. They opened the show with The Undertaker and Kane coming out, with Undertaker's Druids coming out beforehand, and they cut a promo about how the Wyatts tried to kidnap them and take their souls, and it didn't work, and then the Wyatts came out, and they cut a promo saying, I don't even know what he was saying. Bray was saying he was face fear or something like that, but he didn't want to match or do a kidnapping rape. So, you know, that happened. And then the lights went out and they came on, and then the Druids had, you know, the sheep masks on, and they attacked Undertaker and Kane in the ring. And again, it just kind of came off cheesy. It's the same shtick. Undertaker and Kane looked really old coming down the ramp last night. I don't know. I'm not buying into it. I already know Undertaker and Kane are going to win at Survivor Series. If they don't, then I'll be really shocked. But it's the 25th anniversary of The Undertaker, and they've, you know, demolished this whole entire storyline already. So that happened. Number 2, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship semifinal matches were last night. We had Owens and Neville, Reigns and Cesaro, Ziggler and Ambrose, Del Rio and Kalisto. Del Rio advanced, Ambrose advanced, Reigns advanced, obviously, and Kevin Owens advanced. It's kind of predictable who's going to win now. I don't think the two champions are going to advance to the finals, so it's probably definitely going to be Dean and Roman Reigns. I'm calling Roman Reigns just so I'm not disappointed when Dean Ambrose doesn't win on Sunday, even though I think he should. Triple H went up to Kevin Owens after his match, Cesaro before his match, and Del Rio before his match, and basically was like putting the offer on the table like, hey, somebody needs to step up and grab that brass ring and be able to do whatever for it. And I just kind of think it was a red herring. If you don't know the term, look it up. To basically throw off that he didn't talk to Ambrose at all. And I think it still leads back to one of my chop meat and Ambrose turning heel and aligning himself with the Authority on Sunday. Because he was willing to do whatever and betray his best friend was that. They've been focusing on the brother thing for way too long. They needed to pull the trigger. But WWE logic. We'll see. Speaking of the Cesaro interview or the Cesaro Triple H thing that happened right after Roman Reigns came to the ring and cut a promo before his match with Cesaro. And this happened.
Is the Roman Empire in the house tonight?
That's all I have to say about that. Number 3, Paige and Charlotte closed out the night with a contract signing, which was odd to begin with. They were hyping up their match throughout the whole night, even though they really haven't been doing a very good job with the storyline. And they started going back and forth, and, you know, Charlotte's not very good on the mic, but she did her best, you know, and it was good substance, though, that she was talking about how they were both from, you know, wrestling families and how she looked up to her in NXT and all this stuff, which they should have been doing for the last couple of weeks, instead of it's like, you're my best friend, and you're the champ, and I want to be the champ, and now we're not friends. So anyway, there was some controversy because she brought up her family, and she brought up her brother who died a couple years ago of a drug overdose, Reid Flair, and said she was doing it for him, and that she was strong. She was a fighter like her father, and she was a fighter like her brother. And then Paige turned around and said, well, your brother wasn't that much of a fighter, now was he? And a brawl broke out, and Paige got her hair, or her extensions ripped out some, and her jacket was all ripped up, and it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't perk up until that happened. I know people are saying it crossed the line and stuff, but I really don't think that Paige would have just said that. I think she definitely would have cleared that with the Flair family. I mean, I know his mother wasn't asked, and that was probably wrong, but if Charlotte and Rick were okay with it, I mean, You guys can't have both. You can't have, like the guy said on the show today, Doug and Dave said on the show today, you can't have, well, I don't like the PG era, and then the second they do something a little edgy like that, be up in arms about it. Like, everybody's way oversensitive in today. You know, that stuff used to happen all the time. You know, I don't see anything wrong with it. It actually, you know, added some spunk to the dying storyline because nobody cared about this match on Sunday. People are a little more intrigued now, and I think if they would have been, you know, doing this angle the last couple of months, it would have just added more fuel to the fire, and everybody would be cool with it. So those were the big things on Raw on Monday. Survivor Series is Sunday. Please watch it on the WWE Network. I will be on social media tweeting at Mayor_Bear, BARE. Follow Busted Open on Twitter, at Busted Open Radio. Follow us on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel. It's Busted Open Nation. Follow me on YouTube, Mary Grader. Go to our website, bustedopennation.com, which you should be on right now if you're watching this. Follow us on Periscope. Follow us on Facebook. We're everywhere right now. And listen to us 2 to 4 Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays on Sirius XM 93. Before I sign out, I know it's a little long, but I don't really get into political stuff a lot because I think there's too much political BS in the world. But the stuff that happened in Paris last week was horrendous, and it needs to stop. And my thoughts are with them, and I don't pray, so, you know, I'm thinking of them a lot, and anybody who's been affected by it, and it's just, nobody should be going through that. And it shouldn't happen to anybody. It shouldn't happen to any race, religion, whatever, what have you. It just, it needs to stop. It's senseless violence, and it's just... It's got to stop at some point, and, you know, it flashbacks to, you know, 14 years ago when it came here, and the world's becoming scarier and scarier, and my heart feels for them, and I hope they stay strong, and hopefully it'll end soon. But on that note, have a good week, have a good weekend, stay out of trouble, watch Walking Dead. It's getting good. It's almost over. I plug Walking Dead and they don't even know it exists. And that's it. Have a good weekend and watch Survivor Series, and I will see you next week. Lates.